Hi everybody, I'm here. Sorry for logging in a little late. We had a little trouble with the thumbnail, so we had to switch it back to not the May one, but for June. So I'm here. I hope you guys are still there waiting for me. I am 6 minutes late. Sorry for the tardiness. Again, I have my Trevi here, my carbonated water. Oh yeah, it's coming up. Oh, good, very refreshing. As always, it's best to have carbonated water. There's that ticklish feeling. If there's anybody out there, just let me know. I'm waiting for somebody to start the chat. It's Friday evening in Gangnam, so in this area, normally on Friday nights, lots of people come out to party, to drink mostly, and there are clubs around here, so people come here to dance at the clubs. But you know, here of course we have that COVID-19 pandemic going on, so not many people actually come out these days. Well, it's great that people are being cautious, but still, you know, we used to have that lively feeling when I work on Friday nights, but it's a little like dead right now. Hi Aiden, hello. You're coming from I believe Vietnam? Assuming from your last name. Yes, hello, welcome to the show. Teji, you're here. Finally, you can take the test. Wow, so it's in 2 weeks now, right? 2 weeks. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it, right? Welcome to the show as always. Yeah, in Korea we have every weekend tests that's going on. Both, oh, you're from Taiwan? Really, Aiden? Actually, I have a very, very close person who's living in Taiwan, and he's living in Taipei, Neihu area. Yes. So I go there all the time, but you know, I haven't been there for almost 6 months. And you know, I love Taiwanese food. I love everything about Taiwan. People are so friendly there. I love your 7-Eleven. It's like the gorgeous, like most, like best place you can hang around for lunch, dinner, breakfast, snacks, whatever. And I love to have those tea leaf eggs. They're so delicious. Love Taiwan. Anyway, yeah, because of COVID pandemic, it's really hard to go anywhere outside the country. So it's a disaster. It's a disaster. Yes, it's disastrous. But we're all connected here online, luckily. Yep. And we can talk about a set of Toeic speaking before you guys go out there to take the actual test. Okay. Yeah, it's Friday night. I was talking about Friday night here in Gangnam. It used to be really party nights going on, but now it's really, really dead. Not many people out there. Very quiet. I don't even see cars out there in the street. It's like a ghost part of the city now. Hi, Daniel. Hello. Hello, welcome to the show. Nice to see you here. Okay, all right. So I had a test set ready. It's coming from May, actually. And I just wanted to show you guys what recent tests look like. Oh, hello, Apple. Thank you for calling me sexy and beautiful. I'm very flattered. I'm flattered. Minjae, oh really? You guys are all together? All right, good, nice. You guys are together. Okay. So I guess we're ready here to start the show. I have some people there. And hopefully you guys already took the test, because I'm going to get right into the first question, which is part 1. Okay. So Taeji, these are some questions that appeared in the actual test of TOEIC speaking in Korea. So I think it's going to be very helpful for you to get the hang of what kind of test questions would appear in your test, on your test in July. Okay. I don't think it's going to be totally different. I think it's going to be very similar to what you see here on the show. So I think that really matters a lot. Okay. So this is the first. Oh, by the way, guys, do you like my hair color? I got my new hair color done. It's supposed to be pink. I don't know. I am colorblind. Do you guys think this is pink? I asked my hair to be dyed in pink, but it seems very blue, doesn't it? All right. Well, anyway. Okay. I'm not supposed to be tapping on the desk. So this is the first passage, and I'll be reading the first passage. Guys, did you have a look at it? I see some words there. Okay, so let me read it for you. Welcome back to Starlight Dancers. Tonight's guest is the #1 champion from the previous season, Sarah Wang. She'll be joining us to share her backstage moments and experience on the show and perform her new dance routine, which includes disco, hip-hop, and ballet. Without further ado, please welcome her to the stage. Okay, so there were 3 words there, which were disco. Disco is not a hard word to read. Hip-hop. We all know what hip-hop is, right? Dude, yeah, let's get it. And the last word was ballet. Ballet, you don't read that word ballet. Okay, it's ballet, and you do not make that T sound. It's a silent T. It's coming from French, so you do not say ballet, but you have to say ballet. Ballet, all right? So it's disco, hip-hop, and ballet, all right? So those were the 3 words that were put in order, and the word here is Starlight Dancers. I guess this is a name of a TV show, right? It's Starlight Dancers. So it wasn't so hard to read, and the name there was Sarah Wang. Sarah Wang, or you could say Sarah Wang. Sarah Wang is how you say it in American English. So some of the words there were a little tricky, not hard. I wouldn't call it hard, just tricky to read. Now, make sure you guys remember the phrase without further ado. Without further ado means without talking any further. Okay, we're not going to discuss any further. We're just going to go right into the show. So you say without further ado. Without further ado. So those 3 words come in a phrase. So make sure you memorize that phrase, the whole phrase, without further ado. Without further, not ado or ado, it's without further ado. Without further ado. Okay, so I'm going to read it once again, and listen carefully to my reading, guys, and try to read it with me. I'm not going to read it too fast, okay? Taeji, are you ready? Welcome back to Starlight Dancers. Tonight's guest is the #1 champion from the previous season, Sarah Wang. She'll be joining us to share her backstage moments and experience on the show and perform her new dance routine, which includes disco, hip-hop, and ballet. Without further ado, please welcome her to the stage. Okay, so that was our first passage. All right, well, let me look at the chat room. Oh, yeah, you see blue, black. It's supposed to be pink, Okay, so that was the first one. Now we're going to move on to the second passage. Here we go. All right, well, I'm just going to speed through part 1 because it's not so hard. I think it's not really hard as the other parts. So guys, look at the second passage there. Can you hear that fizzy sound? It's All right. Okay, so that's the second passage, and I see some words there could be, I think, trickier than the first passage. I think the second one is a little bit more trickier than the first one. Don't you think so? Okay. All right, so let me read it out for you. Are you looking for a robot vacuum cleaner that can suck up any dirt, dust, or crumbs? Having Turbo Rex 5 around you will help you keep your house clean and neat without any effort. It has full suction power that can even suck up any liquid waste on the floor. For a limited time only, we're giving a 15% discount, so get yours today. Okay, so yeah, I find this one more difficult than the first one. Yeah, some words there, like, I would say robot, robot. For Koreans, it's more natural to say robot, robot. What about Japanese? I think Japanese people would say very similar, robot, 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 right? Koreans say the same thing. We say robot, robot. So you guys wouldn't say robot, robot, right? So it's robot. Robot vacuum cleaner. Robot vacuum cleaner. Robot vacuum cleaner. That was very tricky. Robot vacuum cleaner. And when you say suck up means like, it's vacuuming up, right? Sucking up, right? So it's suck up, suck up. There's a linking sound there. Gup, suck up. And dirt, dust, crumbs. You don't make the sound for a B. That's a silent B, so you would have to say crumbs, crumbs. And I see suction power, full suction power. That was tricky. And suck up. Any liquid waste, meaning if I have water on the floor, that would be liquid waste, liquid. You don't say liquid. Korean people say liquid, which is wrong. You shouldn't say liquid, it's liquid, liquid waste. Liquid waste on the floor. And the number 15, the spelling goes F-I-F-T-E-E-N, right? And you have to sort of like, make a longer sound for that part, E-E, okay? So it has to be 15, not 15, no, 15% discount, 15% discount, 15% discount, okay? So those were some tricky words. They're quite tricky. That's not easy. And those are not easy. So I'm going to read it one more time and just try to read it aloud with me, okay? You got to warm up for the other parts. So try to read it aloud with me, guys. Are you looking for a robot vacuum cleaner that can suck up any dirt, dust, or crumbs? Having Turbo Rex 5 around you will help you keep your house clean and neat without any effort. It has full suction power that can even suck up any liquid waste on the floor. For a limited time only, we're giving a 15% discount, so get yours today. Okay, so I find second one more difficult than the first one. Okay, so what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Yes, Kevin, liquid is wrong. It's got to be liquid, liquid. Okay, liquid, liquid. So whenever you see the words with the QU, where it's spelled out as QU, the sound is ku, ku. So it's question. According to many Koreans, the mistake, it's question, right? Question? No, it's question, question. And most people would say quickly, quickly. But no, it's quickly, quickly. Okay? So just be aware of the fact that you have to make the ku sound. So it's liquid, liquid, not liquid, liquid. Okay? Like for girls, we say liquid foundation. When there's like foundation, which is very watery, we call it a liquid foundation, right? It's not liquid, it's liquid, liquid. Oh, Apple, I'm really flattered. Thank you. I know I got my hair done today, so yeah. No, not liquid. That's wrong, Kevin. It's liquid, 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 liquid. So you have to make that independent ku sound. It's got to be question, quickly, quiet, and liquid, liquid. Liquid. Okay, liquid. I hope you got that right. Okay. That's done. So at the end of the show today, I'm going to get your questions. You can ask about any questions you have regarding TOEIC speaking and the upcoming test. I'm pretty sure you have some questions to ask me. And yeah, Kevin, that's right. Liquid, liquid. That's the right way of saying it. And I've been getting your messages, comments on some of the videos. Why I don't give you more model responses. we're working on that. There has been a lot of changes regarding my career, my work. This place that I'm shooting my live, show right now is vanishing. It's gone. This is my last day doing the show here. I'm not stopping the show. I'm not quitting. I will keep on doing it, but we're gonna move the studio to some other place, some other location. So, well, this is my last time doing the show here in this room. So we're gonna have some rearrangements, but I'll be doing the show. I'll be seeing you guys more often, and we're trying to work on the channel to, diversify whatever we're giving here. So just wait, give us some time. We're working on it. Yeah, there has been some big moves recently. Okay, and this is the picture I wanted to share with you guys. Quite interesting, right? Teji, make sure to remember how to, express some scenes related to like stairways, okay? Because nowadays ETS love to just have the pictures which are taken on a stairway. Okay, so you see stairs, people are going up, people are going down, people are walking up the stairway, or people are walking down the stairway. That's how you can express it. So you have to make sure you know how to describe a picture that has been taken on a stairway. Okay, it's called a stairway, or stairs, or taken on steps. Stairway is the whole way, okay, the whole path with stairs. So I say this is a picture taken at a stairway. Okay, so yeah, we see this kind of picture very often nowadays. I think I have to sit this way so I would more look natural looking at the picture this way. Okay, yeah, this is better. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna give you some time, guys, to think of some words and expressions that you can use. Hi, Han, welcome to the show. Fin, can I take notes during the TOEIC speaking test? Yes, it has been approved, and they provide the paper and the pen together in Korea, and also in Japan, as I know of, and you can, take notes. So it's really helpful. It's become really helpful and easier to take the test. 정말 세우세요. Okay, so I think you're trying to say 정말 아름다우세요, that I'm really beautiful tonight. Thank you. I'm trying to get used to my new hair color. Yeah, I got my hair done this afternoon. I think this test is so difficult. Really, Heon? You think so? I'm really glad you're speaking in English. I'm really happy. I'm very proud of you. Yeah. I hope me speaking in English helped you guys a lot, because you guys always have to do the listening practice. Like, the more you listen, the more you get exposed to the language itself, and more it becomes easier for you to listen and understand the language. Thank you so much, Fin. Yes. Okay, so I want to see some expressions that you can recognize in this picture. Share some words with me, guys. Show me some words that you see here in this picture. I would like to see some words. Oh, this sparkling water is so refreshing. You guys still thinking? Teiji, why did you cancel your expression? I thought you were writing something about it. Oh, and don't call these people salarymen. They're not salarymen. In Korea and in Japan, we call these people salarymen, but that's Konglish or Janglish. You have to say they're office workers, okay? They're business people or office workers. Yeah. 그릴맨. Kevin, oh, okay. Bag, 그릴맨, girl, man. A building with handrail and many windows. Okay, all right. You know what? The most important thing when you're describing a picture is talking about what people are doing. Okay, it's not about what the building has. You know, that's not so important. That's like some other things that you might want to mention if you have time in the end. What you have to do is you have to be focusing more on what people are doing, like what they're wearing, what actions are they doing, because I see a lot of actions going on here. You can use some verbs, V-E-R-B, right? Verbs to talk about what they are doing. Yeah, so I would like to see some words there, like verbs, action verbs. What are they doing? What are they doing right now? In the end, I'm going to be using all of the words that you guys suggested, and I'll be giving my model response. So participate. Show me what you got. Jungmin, there are many 3 people, not many, but just 3 people in this picture. Both of them are wearing suit. Both of them are smiling. All of them. You have to say all of them. All of them are wearing something, something. One of them has curly hair. Yeah, that's true. And on the right side, I can see a woman. She's holding some paper. Yeah, there is. Okay, so 민지님, good. So the guy is actually walking. Okay, well, I don't have a pocket here. This pocket is actually is stitched. It's blocked. So I would have to say she's walking with her hand in the pocket, right? She's walking. He's walking with his hand in the pocket. So he's walking. I'm walking, guys, with the hand in the pocket. In the pocket. Okay, so that's how you say it. Walking with the hand in the pocket. Yes. Yeah, I can see a woman holding some paper. And wow. Yep, I am the very first Toeic speaking instructor in Korea, and I believe in the world. Yeah, it was 2006 when I first started teaching Toeic speaking. I was really, really young back then. And yeah, nobody was teaching Toeic speaking, so I had to make everything from scratch. I wrote the very first Toeic speaking reference book, and it was like very creative. Yeah, I had to come up with everything. But yeah, I'm very proud of me, myself, and my team for doing everything. Yeah. We're still on the journey. We're still doing things. We're trying to make some more history out of it. Yeah, but we're having a good time. We're having fun. We're really lucky that we're doing something that we really like to do. Okay, Younghyun, this is a picture taken outside, and there are 3 people in this picture. On the right side, there's a woman. She has short hair and wearing gray suit and heels. She's smiling and walking. All right. I really like Younghyun's expressions, smiling and walking. You don't necessarily have to use very difficult words. Like smiling and walking, that's the fact. That's literally what the woman is doing, right? And Taeji, picture taken on the stairway, okay, in front of a building. And I can see 3 people in this picture. They look like co-workers. Okay, so you don't have to say a co-worker, right? You just put the S at the end. Jae-an, one of them, a man with curly hair, is putting his hand in his pocket. Now, when you're putting something, it's in the middle of an action. So, like I said, his hand is in a pocket, or he's walking with his hand in the pocket. He's walking with his hand in a pocket. And Younghyun said he's carrying a bag on his shoulder. That's a good expression. He's carrying a bag on his shoulder. And he's carrying a bag, looking at the other man. That's also very easy, but it's right there on the point. You know, you have to say carrying, holding, walking. Bye-bye, 성공님. Okay, so maybe I think they're going to a meeting, or maybe they're just leaving a meeting. Maybe they just had a meeting, right? I think they're going somewhere. Yeah. Maybe after or before the meeting. It's really hard. Yeah, it's really hard to describe it even in Korean. You're true. You're right. Apple. All right. So now let me share you my answer. Okay, so this is what I'm going to say about this picture. Listen, guys. This is a picture taken at a stairway in front of a building, and there are 3 people in this picture. They look like office workers. On the left side, in the middle of the picture, I can see a man. He has curly hair and he's wearing a red tie. He is walking with his hand in his pocket. He is going down the stairway. And behind him, I can see another man. He has a beard, I think, and he's wearing glasses. He's carrying a bag, a brown bag on his shoulder, and smiling. On the right side of the picture, I can see a woman. She's wearing a gray suit and carrying some notebook or paper, and maybe they're going somewhere. Okay, all right. That's what the time has allowed me to say. That was all I could say. Yeah. I can see the handrail of the slope. Okay, well, if you have time, I really didn't have time to talk about the handrail. Yeah. Maybe they are leaving the company. Maybe they are leaving the company. So mainly when you're describing a picture, you would use a present continuous. So that's what's happening right now. They're just leaving the office. They're going to a meeting, or maybe they are going home. They're finishing work. It's got to be in the ing form. So maybe they are leaving the company would be the right way of saying it. And make sure you guys to remember they are walking down the stairway, or you can say they are walking up the stairway. Walking down or walking down or walking down the stairway. Okay? And Hyun is saying he is putting into his pocket. Is that right? No, that's wrong. He is walking with his hand in his pocket. Hyun, it's his walking. He is walking with his hand in the pocket. He is walking with his hand in the pocket. Okay? Because when you're putting something in something, you have to be in the middle of doing something. All right? If he is doing something like this, he's putting his hand in the pocket, but right now his hand is already in there. It's already in there. So you would just have to say he's walking with his hand in the pocket. Okay? So he's walking with his hand in the pocket. Okay. So we're going to move on to the next part. Amusement park. Okay. So amusement park, I'm not a huge fan of amusement parks because I don't know. I don't know why people risk their lives taking those very dangerous play rides. Yes. But personally, I'm not a big fan of those amusement parks and those play rides. Especially, I do not like roller coasters. They look very, very scary. And when I was young, I lived in America, and I happened to live in a place called Los Angeles, and it wasn't so far away from Disneyland. So I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to brag that I've been there several times, but 자랑하는 거 아니에요? I've been to Disneyland in Los Angeles several times, maybe a little less than 10 times, and I've even been to Disney World in Florida. So I've been to many Disneylands, and I don't know, I'm not really fond, or I'm not a huge fan of amusement parks. So yeah, I even went to Look the World, yes. And I don't know, I don't like amusement parks. Like, the best part of amusement parks is, I think, the cotton candies. You go there, you can have cotton candies, and you can have churros, hot dogs. I mean, best part of amusement parks would be eating for me. I love eating. And people know, my teaching assistants, they know, my students, they know that I love eating. I'm a huge fan of food. It's just that I don't eat that often. When I eat a lot. Right, Hale? Okay, so we're going to talk about amusement parks. So here goes the first question. When was the last time you went to an amusement park, and what kind of transportation did you take to go there? I'm going to give you some time to write your answers. Oh, so I look like Elsa? Okay, so Elsa is the sister, right? Mm. Elsa is the older sister, and the little one, Anna is the little one, right? So I don't remember Elsa's name. Yeah, Elsa's song, but I remember Anna's song. Do you wanna build a snowman? Come on, let's go. Then play. Oh, yeah, I love churros. So delicious, right? It's been fried. It's covered with sugar, cinnamon. So delicious. About a month ago, yeah, Jimmy J went to an amusement park about a month ago. Jimmy, it's really, really important to answer in full sentences, okay? So you should say, I went to an amusement park about a month ago. It's really important to say it, put it in a full sentence. Last week, Taeji, I took a train to go there. Good, good, yes. So Taeji, I think you're totally ready for the test that you'll be taking in 2 weeks. You're totally ready, yes. You are really ready. Let it go, let it go. Youngyeon says, I went to amusement park called Everland last month and I took the subway to go there. It took about 1 hour, but it was worth it. Good. It was worth it. Those kind of expressions really earn you the points. Yeah. And I went to an amusement park, Roissy, with my girlfriend a year ago, and I took bumper car several times at the moment. Oh, you rode. You took the bumper car, okay? Bumper cars are very fun. Yeah. I went to an amusement park last year with my friend. I like riding or to ride a roller coaster. Amusement park. The last time I went to was last week. I traveled to go there on foot. Okay, so Kevin, you would say I went there on foot. Okay, I traveled to go there. It's more natural to say I went there on foot. I went there on foot. I went there by car. I went there by subway. And 진진자라님, Disneyland in LA a year ago. I went there by car, and my friend gave me a ride. Hyun, last month I went to Lotte World with my close friends. We rode many rides and ate many kinds of street food. Ooh, that's good. Many kinds of, because it's many, right? So it's many kinds of street food. Okay. So let's see how much I could say in 15 seconds. Guys, listen. I went to an amusement park about a month ago, and actually I went to Disneyland, and I went there by car with my friend because he was driving, and it took about 30 minutes, and we had a great time together. Okay, so I said LA, Los Angeles, Disneyland. I took a car with my friend, and we had a great time together. So I basically said everything. And I wasn't able to talk about the play rides. So maybe in the next answer, maybe I could mention that. All right, so the second one says, do you prefer to buy tickets online or on site when going to an amusement park? It's about ticket. Okay. So, share your answers. I'll be waiting for your answers. And in the olden days, I think about like 20 years ago, no, almost like 30 years ago, when I went to Disneyland, we would buy tickets on site. We never bought tickets online back in those days. But now it's all about the internet, right? You can buy tickets online and you could definitely get a discount. You know, there are special coupons or offers. So I think there are many ways to save money if you buy tickets online prior to your visit. So maybe that could be one answer. Or on site, like in Korea, if you use certain kinds of like credit cards, then you can get a huge discount when going to these amusement parks. So that could be your answer. Chongmin-nim, yes. If you're gonna pay for the test, which is around like $70, then you should practice hard. Yes. I think it's better to say online, because nowadays, like in a lot of cases, when you buy tickets online, you can get a huge discount, right? So I think it's much better to say that you want to buy things online. Teiji, wow. Buy tickets on site when I go to an amusement park because memorial goods are included. Memorial. Oh, you mean souvenirs? Souvenirs. Okay, Teiji, I think you're trying to say souvenirs are included. Souvenirs are included. And I prefer to purchase tickets online. Usually the reason why I always got special. Okay, Roy C, it seems like you are making your sentences quite complicated. All right, try to start your sentences by saying I every time. I prefer to purchase tickets online because I always get a discount, and I something. Jimmy, I prefer to buy tickets online because it's cheaper online. There are promotion coupons like 50% discount. Oh, I love Jimmy's answer. That was very smooth. And Mandy, I prefer to buy tickets online to save the time instead of on site. Okay, so Mandy, I think it could be possible that you split up that sentences. You could say, I prefer to buy tickets online because I can save time and I can get a discount. It's better. Okay, try to split up your sentences. It would be much better. And Minjae, I prefer to buy tickets online rather than buying on site because it is very convenient. All I have to do is use an app. Sometimes I can get a discount so I can save my money. I love your answer too, Minjae. Okay, so guys, when you're speaking English, we, are foreigners. We're not native speakers. I mean, most of you are not native speakers like me, so it's much better, even for the native speakers, when your sentences are too long, it gets out of control. It gets out of control. So it's better to make shorter sentences. Just use short sentences to communicate, okay? And, speaking shorter sentences does not mean that you're not a competitive speaker. You're not a competent speaker. It means that you know what you're doing. It shows control of what you're saying. So use short sentences. That's like the biggest tip that I want to give you. Use short sentences. It's very important. Very important. Okay, so I'll give you my version of the answer. Do you prefer to buy tickets online or on site? Okay, so I would say I prefer to buy tickets online because it's cheaper. And sometimes I can find discount coupons on the internet. And when I use those discount coupons, I can get a discount. So I think it's much better to buy tickets on websites. Okay, so basically I said like 6 sentences. And, they were not long, but I sounded fluent, right? And I am sure I would get level 8 for this answer. So guys, just make it shorter. It is much better. This is like the biggest tip that I can give you. Make shorter sentences. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next one, which is this. Which of the following is the most important thing you'd consider when visiting an amusement park? Distance, rides, or parades? Now, I personally have a lot of things to say about this question. Like I said, if it was for me, I wouldn't go there to ride rides, okay? Because I told you, I don't like roller coasters. I hate them. And merry-go-round makes me dizzy. I like bumper cars, and I like the pirate ship. In Korean, we say Viking, but in English, it's pirate ship. 해적선, pirate ship. Okay? But other than that, I don't know. I don't like things spinning around or going up and down because it makes me become really sick. Sometimes you want to throw up, and why would you want to do that? So I'm a very boring person, sorry. But yeah, because of food. Yeah, Apple, you're right. I go there because of food. I want to eat food there. I want to have like big roly pops, like those candies. I want to have cotton candies, hot dog, nachos. Like, even if it's the same food, when you eat at the amusement park, it's more delicious. So yeah, it's pirate ship. In Korean, it's Viking, but in English, it's pirate ship, right, Chungmin-nim? For me, rides are the most important thing when I consider, okay, all right. Some people like rides, play rides, because it's very exciting. it's very fun and they're very interesting. You can get rid of stress when you're riding those exciting rides, right? So I guess a lot of people like to go there because of the rides. The roller coasters, the pirate ship, the bumper car. Okay, Viking, that's not English. Oh, it's English, but that expression itself has to be pirate ship. Pirate ship. Okay, the one that we're talking about. I think distance matters because if it's too far, you don't get to go. Like from Seoul, Lotte World is like the closest one. It's the easiest one to go to. But when we want to go to Everland, it's quite far. It's further than Lotte World. So most people like to go to Lotte World, which is close. For me, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go if it's too far. But I would go for the parades. Because, like, when you go to parades, it is so amazing. You see people marching in costumes. You see them dance. You see them sing songs. And you see them just like smile and, you know, bring on this magical show. You can take pictures with them. And, you know, I remember whenever I went to Disneyland, at the end of the parade, they would shoot the fireworks. They would do the fireworks. And it's so beautiful and amazing. It's like a trademark of Disneyland, right? And I think Lotte World or Everland does the same thing. And, you know, it's great. So for me, if I had to choose one out of the three, I would say parades. I would go because of the parades. Because some parades are really huge, really gigantic, like fabulous, fantastic. It's great. Okay? So Taiji, I think the distance is the most important thing to... Oh, when I visit an amusement park, I get tired. So I want to go home early. You see, Taiji, you can split that sentence up into three. I told you to use shorter sentences. And Youngyeon, parades are the most important. Last month when I visited, I was able to enjoy water parade. Wow, that's interesting. It was hot day. It was wonderful, awesome, and cool. It was a memorable experience. Well done. I want to try a water parade. Sounds very cool. Okay. So when there is a parade, when there are parades, people are dressed in costumes. People wear costumes. They put on heavy makeup, and sometimes you can see those characters, like, you know, Disney characters live, and you get to take pictures with them. So yeah, those are some like memorable moments when you go to the amusement park. Do you like a flume ride? Oh, the water slides. Yeah. You get wet though. You get splashed with water and it's fun. Yeah, I don't really mind getting wet. So I like water slides, but if I had a choice, I wouldn't ride it. Sorry guys, I'm a boring person. But I like singing and I love dancing. Like when I was younger, I used to go to clubs all the time. Literally all the time. I would go to like clubs 5 times a week when I was in my early 30s, but I don't do that anymore. But I love dancing. I'm not a boring person. It's just that I don't like amusement parks. That's all. Okay, so let me give you my answer. It's going to be 30 seconds long. Listen carefully. For me, parades are the most important thing I'd consider when visiting an amusement park. When I was young, I went to Disneyland, and at 8 p.m. there was a wonderful parade. I saw many Disney characters. They were dressed up in costumes and they were dancing and singing. I was able to take pictures with them. It was amazing. It was so memorable. So I want to go there again because I want to see the parades. Okay, so I said something about my parade experience. And as always, it's really important to share your experience if you want to be a good English speaker. Okay, guys, please talk as if you're telling your own story. Okay, and if you do not have a related story, lie. Be a good liar, then you'll be a good speaker. Okay, Jimmy, when I visit amusement, I consider rides because I want to. See, you have to start with I. I want to relieve stress. Jimmy, start with I. Okay, now moving on to part 4. This is a chart. Have a look at it. Have a look at the chart. Guys, this is the one. I'm going to give you some time to read it. Read it. You know, because of COVID-19, I wasn't able to meet my parents for almost 6 months. I miss my mom. I miss my dad. 엄마, 아빠. I miss you guys. So next week, finally, I'm going to visit my parents' house. They live in a place called Ulsan. It's very close to Busan. Busan is more famous than Ulsan. So I'm going to go there by bus. It's going to take about 4 hours. And I'm going to be eating my mom's food, you know, like that feeling. Everybody, like when you guys think about mommy's food, it makes you really happy and just smile and anticipate. Yeah, so next week, finally, after 6 months of battling with COVID-19, I'm gonna meet my parents. Can't believe it's been 6 months. 6 months, guys. 6 months. And it's still here around us. It's still there. You know, in America, it's getting even worse. It's really, really severe right now. The situation is getting worse. I don't know what their president is doing, but, you know, they're putting on a comedy show, and it's crazy. But it's getting out of control. Been watching the channel for 6 months, and finally I could join the live class. Oh, yes, Yui from Sydney. Are you from Sydney, or is your name Sydney? Welcome to the show. Yeah, I'm very naive, really. Same as my hometown. I'm currently living in Ulsan. Rosie, oh really? You're living in Ulsan? I live in 중구, 복산동. My parents live there. I stress for these reasons. I love rides, and especially the Six Flags. Oh yeah, Six Flags has many rides. Okay, so Ginny, you have to be careful. You have to use I. Okay, I'm just telling you, your sentences it has a problem with the subject. You have to try to use I to start any kind of sentence. Then I think it's going to be quite helpful. Like, I want to get rid of stress. I love play rides, especially I love Six Flags because they have many rides. Okay, so you're missing out all the subjects, and it's not good. What I see, the pattern of English that I see from lots of Koreans, I think it's similar for lots of all the Asians, Vietnamese, Taiwanese, or Japanese people. You guys read lots of English, right? And, you know, Toeic comes first before Toeic speaking. And when you read text English, they're long, okay? Because that's written English. And right here, we're doing verbal. We're doing spoken English, right? And spoken English does not have to be long. It has to be short. That's why I keep on telling you guys, start with a very simple subject. I, or you, they. And that could prevent you from making any more further mistakes. So try to, start with a subject. Don't try to link all the things together and combine it into one sentence. That's where the most mistakes are coming from. Okay? Trust me. All right, so I guess I gave you enough time to look at the chart, and here goes the first question. Here you go. The first question is, this is narration. Hello, my name is Rosie Morrow, and I've been invited to speak at the upcoming conference. However, I didn't get any details about the event schedule, so could you please answer some questions I have about the event? So her name is Rosie Morrow. Rosie Morrow is her name. Okay, so first one says, in which city will the conference be held, and what's the name of the venue? In which city will the conference be held, and what's the name of the venue? Is the first question. So guys, I'm going to give you some time to work on your answers. In which city will the conference be held? And what's the name of the venue? Is it? Okay. My eye. I'm getting a pink eye. I'm getting a red eye or pink eye or whatever, yeah. I need to go rest. Actually, tomorrow, one of my close friends is getting married. Yeah, so like I'm not her bridesmaid. In Korea, we don't have that bridesmaid culture, but I'm like one of her closest friends. So it's gonna be a long day. I'm gonna be at the wedding. I'm gonna be helping her out with the whole event and after party and all that stuff. But I'm very excited and happy for my friend. She's getting married. Yes. Hopefully one day I'll get married. I'm still single, guys, for your information. The conference will be held in Toronto at Venus Convention Center. It will be held in Toronto, Canada. Okay, it will be held in Toronto, Canada. And it will take place at Venus Convention Center. In. Okay, so you guys got the prepositions correct. At Venus Convention Center in Toronto, Canada. Right. At Venus Convention Center in Toronto, Canada. Very well done. I'm impressed. Okay. Now, let's move on to the second question. Ready? As far as I remember, lunch was not served at last year's event. Will it be the same this year? As far as I remember, lunch was not served at last year's event. Will it be the same this year? As far as I remember, lunch was not served at last year's event. Will it be the same this year? That was like more of a British accent. British accent. Let me know what you think. Lunch was not served at last year's event. Will it be the same this year? Will it be the same? Be waiting for your answers. Yeah, I'm still single. Why? I am. Sorry. Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm still single. I don't know. My life's luck hasn't brought me a guy to settle down with. Still single, yeah. Hopefully one day. Actually, I went to this fortune teller earlier this month, and he said, the guy that I am with at the end of this year is the guy that I'll be staying with for the rest of my life. It sounds a little scary, but I don't know if he said I'll get married this year, but he said I'll be meeting this person, my soulmate, at the end of this year. I'm looking forward to it. I sound very naive, huh? Okay, actually no. Younghyun says, lunch will be provided this year and it will be catered by Italian Garden Restaurant. Oh my gosh, Younghyun, that's like a perfect answer. I can't add anything more onto that. I can't like take away anything from that. That's like the perfect answer. Wow. Royce, fortunately, lunch will be provided okay, lunch will be provided this year. Or you would have to say unlike last year. Unlike last year. And Ginny, I am sorry, but you have the wrong information. This year, lunch will be provided and catered by... Okay, Ginny, your answer is right on the point today. This time, it's correct. Ginny J's answer is fine. And Jay Jang, no, you have the wrong information. This year, we provide lunch at lunchtime. And it will be catered by... Okay, this year, we will provide lunch. We will provide lunch during the lunchtime. During the lunchtime. Okay, so that was fine too. And how long has her posted this live? Chu Anvo, I've been doing this live show for about an hour. It's been about an hour. Yeah, we're still doing it. It's live. Yeah, you are welcome to join the show. And I think I'm gonna be here for another 30 minutes or so. Just, you know, feel free to join. Yes, join the chat. And Teji, this time we will provide lunch. and it will be catered by Italian restaurant. We will provide lunch because we are the people who are giving. So it's not passive. It's got to be we will provide lunch. We will provide lunch. Okay? So lunch will be provided, or you would have to say we will provide lunch. Lunch will be provided, or we will provide lunch. Teji, you have to get that right. I think you're getting those two mixed. Okay? Active form and passive form, you have to know how to use it correctly. It will be catered by is the right way of putting that. It will be catered by Italian restaurant. This year, lunch will be provided. We will provide lunch. Oh, thank you, Ginny. Yeah, that's the right way of putting it. Good. Well done. Thank you. Now we're going to move on to the last question. Oh my gosh. I can smell chicken. I can smell chicken. It's coming from the outside. I can smell fried chicken. Shoot. I feel like just eating a whole chicken with some beer. It's gonna be perfect. Perfect way to end the night. Anyway, I'm still in the show. God, am I sweating? My face. It's getting shiny. I'm not sweating. I'm getting greasy. Much better. Okay, so the last question. Could you please tell me all details about the workshop sessions on marketing? Could you please tell me all the details about the workshop sessions on marketing? Could you please tell me all the details about the workshop sessions on marketing? Yes. They're eating chicken outside. They're torturing me. While I'm studying Toeic speaking inside with you guys, they're having chicken outside. I love chicken. I love chicken. I know, Heon, we love chicken. Who doesn't love chicken? I mean, yeah. Who doesn't love chicken? I love chicken. Fried chicken is the best. Okay, so, or the last question. Could you please tell me all the details about the workshop sessions? Workshop sessions on marketing? Okay, guys, focus, let's focus. We're going to talk about marketing workshops. We're going to talk about marketing workshops. Okay, sorry for confusing you guys with the story of chicken, but fried chicken. There are two. Yes, yeah, you're right. There are two. I'm waiting for your answers, guys. You know what? People think that Korea has the best fried chicken, but personally speaking, I mean, when I was in Taiwan, there are so many great fried chicken recipes. And what does RoboCop like? RoboCop, I don't know. It's a long time ago movie, isn't it? RoboCop, Bing chicken. That's good chicken. Well, Taiwan has like so many different kinds of recipes for fried chicken. I love it. And there was this one place where you would go and just fry everything, like fried chicken. You would fry even Oreos, and it was very greasy but very good. The workshop session on marketing will start from 2 p.m. and it will be presented by. Okay, so UE Sydney, you have to make sure you're starting with a subject. It will be presented by Jackie Osborne. It will be presented by Jackie Osborne. Yes, there are two. At 11, there will be a workshop on influencer marketing strategy led by. Led by is the right way of putting it. Workshop will be led by Eva Ochoa. And from 2 to 3, Kent Morin will lead a workshop on collaboration marketing approach. Okay. That is so like old. That's so old. Corny. Okay. Okay, so there are 2 scheduled sessions. So basically what Apple is saying is Robocop says whenever it moves. Okay. Jeannie, okay, there are 2 scheduled sessions. First, Evo Chai will lead a workshop. And second, workshop on collaboration marketing approach will be led by. See, Ginny, workshop is your subject this time. So workshop on collaboration marketing approach will be led by Kat Morin. I'm always telling you guys, you have to start with the right subject. In order to make a full sentence, it's got to be starting always with the right subject. 주어, in Korean, 주어, right subject, okay? I think for people who are speaking Chinese, it's not hard because for Chinese language, you always start with the subject, right? But for Koreans, we sometimes don't use the subject. So you always have to put the subject in the beginning. Okay. And Rosie, there are 2 types of sessions. Firstly, influence marketing strategy. Oh, by Ava will be scheduled from, okay? And we'll give collaboration marketing. We'll lead a workshop. We'll lead a workshop on collaboration marketing approach. We'll lead a workshop. Hyun, there will be a workshop led by, and Kat Morin will lead a workshop on collaboration. Both of them would be helpful. Good, Hyun, you got it right. Vanan Vo, hello, welcome to the show. Yes, for your information, we've been here for about an hour, a little over an hour, and you're welcome to stay, okay? We're still talking about Toeic speaking and chicken and what Robocop likes. Okay, so that was part 4, guys. Oh, that was fun. You know, when it comes to part 4, it's really important that you guys know how to use the correct grammar, okay? It's really, really important. They check the grammar so precisely for part 4 especially. You have to know that you're using the right verb form, which is most likely future tense, and you have to know how to use the right prepositions, when to use at, when to use in, when to use on, and when to use from to, okay? Don't get those confused. That's the most important thing for part 4. Promise me, okay? Teiji will speak about, okay? And we'll speak about, okay. And you can also say there will be a workshop. There will be a workshop on something something led by. Or somebody will lead a workshop on something something. Okay? All right. Now we're gonna go on to part 5, which is this. It's a phone. Okay, so when it comes to part 5, it's all about listening to a message which is given. So I'll be reading this. Ready? Okay. Listen carefully. Hello, this is the owner of Good Home Appliances, Elisa Wild. As you know, we try to bring in the latest products most quickly to our community. We have them displayed in the store so the customers can actually try them out. This kind of experiential marketing really helps boosting our sales. The problem is there's not enough room to display more products and accommodate a larger number of customers at our store. And that is why we're expanding our store next month. Once we do that, we could have more products displayed in our store. To get the most out of it, I really think it is important to choose the products that our customers would be interested in buying. Since you are the store manager, I would like to hear your opinion on what would be the most effective way to gather customer feedback on this matter. Please return my call as soon as you get this message to share your ideas with me. You could reach me at 528-1575. Thanks. Bye-bye. Yep. That was the message. Okay, so try to summarize what the message was about. And Ginny is saying, normally when she is going to talk about, talk goes with the preposition about. She will talk about something, he will speak about something, like what Taeji wrote. But when you say there will be a workshop, look at the answer given by given above Taeji. It says there will be a workshop on something something, right? So if you are like talking about a title or the theme or a topic of a workshop or presentation or speech, you normally use the preposition on. Okay, that's how you should understand. So when you say somebody will talk about or speak about, the preposition about is more natural. But when you say there will be a workshop on, and you could add the title or the topic of the workshop. Okay, I hope that explained. I can smell more chicken. They're having chicken outside. Damn, it smells good. Okay. So what was the message about? I have a question about like for people who are studying TOEIC speaking in Taiwan. Do a lot of people study TOEIC speaking in Taiwan? Like what's their purpose of studying TOEIC speaking? What is their purpose of taking the TOEIC speaking test? Is it for graduating, or is it for getting a job, or is it just to test your English skills? Why don't you make an order? Make what order? Oh, me. Order chicken. Oh yeah, sounds so good. Maybe I will after the show. I love late night snacks, especially chicken. You know, actually, I like chicken. I love chicken. But I love the chicken feet even more. When it comes to chicken, I love all the other parts. Like every part of chicken. I think like I would eat chicken everything, and chicken feet is one of my favorites. Yang, I heard that you are working at a home appliance store. However, there's a problem because you want to display your products, but you don't have enough room. That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. Working in a home appliance store, they're selling TV, they're selling radio, they're selling refrigerator, they're selling washing machines, and they want to display products, but you don't have enough room and you don't know which ones to display. That's exactly what I said. Idea to trying a two-part structure. All right, now Taeji, you're getting a little too complicated. Right here, the question was, they want to gather customer feedback. They want to get feedback from the customers, but it's really hard to do it. Don't know how to gather customer feedback. Right, Youngin, you got it right. They want to gather customer feedback more effectively. All right. So they will be displaying more, but they don't know which items to display. So they want to gather customer feedback. That's the whole point here. They want to hear or know what customers want. So they want to gather customer feedback is the situation. Okay. All right. Oh, by the way, my friend, I told you her wedding is tomorrow. Her after party will be held at a chicken place because we happen to have a person who's running a chicken restaurant. So we're going to be going to a chicken restaurant, and the whole restaurant will be emptied for her after party. So yeah, eventually I'll be having lots of chicken tomorrow. So happy. All right. So what kind of solutions would be good here? Oh, the fizzy feeling. This one is grapefruit. Chubby.
You know what? Like, if you want to get customer feedback, people wouldn't do it. It's really hard to get any kind of response from people. If you're really close with them, you can say, oh, please, 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 but it's really hard. Oh, send emails or text messages. Marcella, yeah, conduct a survey. That's a great way of gathering feedback. Good. Okay. Marcella, are you coming from Spain? That should be helpful to get their opinion. Yeah, customer survey, and especially doing online survey might be very helpful because, you know, people don't like to spend time outside in the street trying to like write something. So nowadays a lot of people, like companies, do it online, right? And give a discount coupon when they participate. That's true. Give their coupons or some kind of like gifts. Most Taiwanese people prepare TOEIC speaking for work. So you have to have TOEIC speaking score to get into. Oh, Miss Marcella's from Costa Rica. Yeah. We have some people coming from Costa Rica as well. Welcome to the show. Hi. The store manager, Eugene. I just got your message and there's a problem that it is hard to display products, which is more interesting things to display products which are more interesting to the customers. Thank you, Marcella, for loving my channel. I'm sorry to hear about the situation. And why don't we ask help to our VIP customers? Yes, when you're closer, it's easier to ask for a favor, right? Yeah, I think it's better to ask the VIP customers. And Ginny, I think it's a good idea to rotate the items. That's good. Rotating. Yeah. On the first week, you put this, and the other week, you put that. Rotating the products would be a good idea to increase the number of customers and get feedback. Please call me back. All right. Give discounts for the regular customer. Okay, so long PSAR, we're not trying to attract regular customers here. What we're trying to do is we're trying to gather feedback, right? So for this part, it's really important, guys, to use the template. I'm showing you the template. Memorize it, capture it. It's a really important thing here that you memorize this template. Okay, and I'll give you my answer of how I would put this. All right, so it's going to be a minute long. Hi, this is the manager, Glenn. I heard that you are the owner of this home appliance store and you want to display more items at the store so people could experience it and take a look at it before they purchase. However, there's a problem because you don't know which ones to display. You want to gather customer feedback about that, but you don't know how to do it, so you'd like to get some help with this matter. Well, first of all, I'm sorry to hear about the situation. However, I'm happy to say that there is a way to help you out. And after looking into the situation, I came up with the following suggestions. Well, first, I think it is a good idea to do an online survey, and that should be easier for the customers. And moreover, why don't we ask the VIP customers for their help? I mean, that should be possible. And those are my suggestions. If you need more help, just feel free to call me back anytime. Dude, bye. All right. So you saw me use the template. You saw me using the template, right? I always, by the way, I never don't. I always use this template to give my answer, and I always get level 8. I'm not trying to brag about it, okay? I just get level 8 and I use this template. It's the same template that I ask you guys to use. You don't have to change any word or any part of it. Just use it. Just replace those blanks and make it into a customized answer, and you would be able to give a minute-long answer. Okay? So don't risk yourself. Don't risk your time. Don't risk your money. Don't risk anything. Just use this template and you'll be able to hit it, okay? All right. And last but not least, we're moving on to part 6. 민재, if you didn't understand the situation correctly, you wouldn't be able to get level 7 or even level 6. It's really important that you listen to every single detail for this part. Yeah. Part 5 is basically the listening part. They want to test you on if you can listen well or not. So yeah, that's very important. Marcella, give regular customer a gift if they do the survey. That's good. That's even better, right? I mean, you could treat your regular customers well, better than the others. They're regulars eventually, right? Okay, guys, and this is going to be our last question of the day. Do you prefer to take public transportation when going on a trip or exploring other regions? Do you prefer to take public transportation when going on a trip or exploring other regions? Why or why not? So do you guys, like when you go traveling, let's say we go to Hawaii or we go abroad, anywhere, do you prefer to take public transportation or do you rent a car? Easy option. Because in Hawaii, when you go to Hawaii, if you don't rent a car, it's really hard to move around. It's a big island, and I don't know about their public transportation system, but most people would rent cars there, right? But when you come to Korea, guys, if you're coming to Seoul especially, don't ever think about renting a car because it's so unnecessary. You could ride a taxi, you can ride buses, subways, everything's here. So you really do not need to rent a car. So this is what they're asking right here. So either if you're going to Tokyo, it's the same story. Tokyo is a big city. Osaka is a big city, right? And you don't have to rent a car. But if you're going to Hawaii, it's a different story. You have to rent a car when you go to the main, the US, the United States, because it's a big land and it's a big country. If you want to just move around freely, you need to rent a car, but not here in the big cities. So you can talk about Tokyo, you can talk about Osaka, you can talk about Seoul, Busan, and you can talk about New York, Manhattan, right? So wherever you go, if it's a big city, I think it's really unnecessary. So there's a danger, there's a risk of danger, and it's more costly, it's more expensive when you rent a car. So it's better to take public transportation. Don't you think so? I think so. Because the secret here is I don't know how to drive. I had a driver's license once in my life, but it expired and I never drove ever since the day I got the driver's license. So I know how to drive. I ride bicycle all the time. I buy a bicycle to and from work. So I know how to drive something, but I don't drive a car. That's the secret. So yeah, especially when you're traveling, I think it's better to just, use the public transportation. What's your opinion, guys? Let me know your opinions. But if I know how to drive, I think I would love to drive around some other foreign country. I mean, Tadashi, is it easy to catch a taxi in Korea? I'm not good at finding and catching an MPT. Do you have some? Yeah, in Korea we have so many useful apps. So we have the one mainly people use is called Kakao Taxi, and when you use it, they would actually locate the okay, I'll show you how I use it. So it says Kakao T here. It's the black one, and when I press it, it's gonna start the app, right? And once I start the app, I'm starting it. I just press that I want a taxi. Oh, it's been updated. Basically, it's gonna locate you on this map. And when you just press, you can just easily catch a cab. So, not so hard. And compared to Japan, it is way cheaper. It's way cheaper to ride a taxi. So yeah, Taxis are easy to catch in Korea. And even students sometimes take taxis because it's not so hard to catch and it's not that expensive. Thank you, Apple, for your compliment. And Tadashi says, Korea is one of the countries I want to visit when the Korean government removed the bans. I know. I would love to go to Japan once the ban is removed. I went to Myeongdong the other day. And by the way, Myeongdong is the place where a lot of Chinese people and Japanese people go when they come to Korea. And I am telling you, it was empty. It was really sad, actually. It was on Saturday afternoon. It was around 2-3 p.m. And some shops were closed in Myeongdong. It was so sad. And afterwards, I went to Samcheongdong and Insadong, all those like touristy place, and stores were closed. It was like 2-3 in the afternoon when it should be the busiest hours. The shops were closed. It's really sad what COVID-19 has done to us. Yeah. Marcella, if I'm in my country, I would rather use my own car because in Costa Rica, public transport is not as convenient as in other countries. Marcella, your English is perfect. Good. Oh, Costa Rica, it's better to drive. Okay. You provided a good example because the public transportation is not as convenient. Perfect. But the thing is, how are you going to say that for 1 minute? Because this part, you have to speak for 1 minute in order to get full mark. So you have to sort of like stretch out the story. And Yui I prefer to take public transportation to renting a car because it's easier to do. In terms of procedure, we don't have any documents to fill out in order to rent something. Moreover, it is very complicated and expensive for insurance. Okay. So Yui, you're providing all reasons. One after one after one. You're listing the reasons, which is not an effective way when it comes to speaking. When it comes to speaking, you have to give examples. Give specific incident, an example, your own experience. Okay? I'll show you how you do that, how you can do that. Jeannie, I prefer to take public transportation. I can access easily, can make more meaningful memories. I went to Gyeongju with my friend last week. I took a train to get there. I could see beautiful scenery. We could also... Okay, now, Jeannie, I want to fix you on one thing. Could is not a past tense. Could is not a past tense. You have to say, I was able to, or we were able to. Again, could is not past tense. It's really important that you guys know. Okay, so here. Can, right? We say is the same as be able to. So if you want to make can into a past tense, you have to say was able to or were able to. Okay? Could is not the past tense of can. Make sure you remember this, Jeannie, okay? Very important. Snapshot this. Okay, so it seems like I can wrap up the whole answer. Guys, listen, I'm gonna give you one very easy answer that you all could remember and use. And I'm gonna show you what I mean by giving an example. Okay? I prefer to take public transportation when going on a trip or exploring other regions. There are several reasons to support my opinion, and most of all, it's more convenient. For example, last year in April, I visited Tokyo. I went there for 2 days and I stayed in Ginza area. At that time, I didn't know how to drive in Japan, so I just took public transportations, such as buses, subways, and so on. And at night, sometimes I took taxis. It was expensive, but still, it was very, very convenient because I didn't know the area well, and all I had to do was give the location, and I was able to go wherever I wanted. Besides, taking buses and taking the subway was very cheap. That is why I prefer to take the public transportation when going on a trip or exploring other regions. Okay? So I simply gave my real story to support my idea. It's true that I went to Tokyo last year and I really went to Ginza area, and you necessarily don't have to drive in that area because there are so many people and so many cars. And besides, it was like Sunday and it was like a no car weekend time. So there were no cars on Ginza Street and people were just walking on this wide road, and it was amazing. So subways, you're telling the story. Yes, you have to tell the story, Yui, Sydney. You have to tell the story. You don't have to provide all different kinds of reasons, okay? That's how you become a good speaker. When you listen to TED Talks, when you listen to all these like things on YouTube, people share their experience. That's what it matters. You don't have to be a researcher. You don't have to give all different sorts of reasons. TG, take public transportation. Last year I went to Tokyo driving my car, but I was not able to find the parking lot. Yeah, that's the story I'm talking about, TG, basically. And last year, Marcella, Guanacaste. Oh, and I visited some beaches, but I didn't have enough money and used public transit. One day I had to wait 8 hours to take a bus to go to a beach. Oh my God. See how interesting the story is? So you waited 8 hours? Oh, wow. It must have been very tiring. Yep. So that's how you do it, guys. Okay? So make sure to use this technique. Make sure you use this technique when you're taking the test. And even if you're not taking the test, I mean, it's really important to know how to share your own story, whether that's in English or whether that is in your native language. You have to be a good storyteller. It's all in the story, okay? Besides, the oldest storybook in human history is Bible. It's the bestseller. It's the best-selling book in the world in human history, and it's all about storytelling. Okay, so you got to be a good storyteller. That's the most important thing. Okay, so if you have any questions about the TOEIC speaking test or the channel or anything related to English or me, ask the questions now. I'll give you some time. We're gonna chat for about 10 minutes or so before I finish the show. And I believe our next live show will be held in July. It will be held in July. And it's going to be, I think, the 24th of July. Yes. So it's going to be Friday the 24th. We'll be having the show live again. So guys, if your time permits, please be joining us on the show. And I'll be here live communicating with you guys, and maybe I'll order chicken that day. Yeah. Time flies. And after the show, we'll be packing up. We'll be moving out from this office. And although it's really late at night, we'll be working a little more. We're going to pack up and leave this building forever. It's going to be a work Friday night. Yes. Yes, Apple. Please come back on the 24th. It's 6:30 a.m. Oh my gosh. Oh, please like this video and subscribe. Like this video and subscribe, please. I will. Chicken mukbang. It's 9:30 p.m. Yang, thank you. Gwen will give a lecture, and a lecture will be given by Gwen. Gwen will give a lecture. When Gwen is the subject, Gwen will give a lecture. But when a lecture is the subject, it's lecture will be given by Gwen. Lecture will be given by Gwen. Ginny, in part 6, some people say using difficult would be better. Ginny, remember what I say. It's always about using easy words and easy grammar. I promise you that. I promise you on that, okay? It doesn't have to get complicated, okay? We're not like trying to, even if you're trying to go through a doctor's degree or whatever, it doesn't have to be complicated. No difficult words, please. And Yui says, I found that watching this channel and joining this channel are completely different. I'm so happy. Okay, please join next month. It's going to be on the 24th, Friday. Okay? Apple, once again, thank you. I'm very flattered. Like when you really get good compliments from people, you can say I'm flattered. Like I feel very, very good. It's amazing. Okay. All right, so guys, it's the end and I'll see you next month. We're trying to produce more videos here for this channel, and once we move to the other office, I think we will be able to do it. So until then, have a great one and I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.